Santa Barbara has long had a strong relationship with the arts. Not only have numerous renowned artists lived here, many learned their craft here at schools like the Santa Barbara School of the Arts. It's in the landscape and architecture that surrounds us, and it's reflected in the abundance of venues, galleries, and nonprofits that focus on the arts.
People are always amazed when they come here and they see the number of remarkable arts venues that we have in town, and that they're so integrated into the city. It's a very walkable city, and that I think makes even the art elements more important.
But integrating public art into a city with such strong artistic heritage isn't always easy. Case in point, the Dolphin Fountain. In the early 1980s, the city held an open competition for a fountain to be constructed at the foot of Stearns Wharf. The winner was an abstract version of the mission. But when a popular vote was held, residents chose Bud Bottom's dolphin concept. However, the city's design review boards rejected this choice because it didn't reflect the city's signature Spanish colonial revival style. Bottom's concept eventually prevailed, but it highlighted the need for policy in regards to public art. A few years later, the city commissioned a study to see what kind of body would best be able to establish such policy.
There was an interest in developing a city arts commission, if you would, or some body at the city level that would oversee arts and arts issues for the city.
In 1985, the city created the Arts Advisory Committee and the Visual Arts and Public Places, or VAP, subcommittee.
The VAP committee does is they are specifically interested in addressing those issues that have to do with public art, the review of public art, establishing policies about public art, and the maintenance of that public art. Arts Advisory works closely with them, and their real job is establishing policies for the city and making recommendations to council.
The Arts Advisory also really helps with the city grants process. And this year we received almost $400,000, which was distributed throughout the city to nonprofits to help preserve the cultural life of Santa Barbara.
The Arts Advisory Committee also recommends the person to hold the honorary post of City Poet Laureate.
City trees, caring for us with green and bloom and needlessness, street after shaded street, they yield a sort of saintedness, as if they were crooning to us in our rush. There, busy ones. Breathe.
It kind of links the civic community with the art community. And so if there are public functions and whatever, that poet laureate stands up for all the arts, really.
The committees don't decide what art gets displayed in public. Rather, they help projects get through the process and make recommendations to City Council. Examples of this include the state-of-the-art exhibits and the pending West Beach Pedestrian Improvement Project.
We will evaluate the blueprints, talk to them, and before they go to the next step, which is usually ABR, we talk to them about things they might want to consider. The times that it's easiest to work is when they have public art involved from the very beginning.
Due to the state of the economy, the Arts Advisory Committee is now looking at ways to sustain existing art exhibits.
This is a nationwide issue now, as public art that became very popular in the 70s, early 80s. Now, 30 years later, those public art pieces, when they were developed, we thought there was plenty of money for the maintenance of those, and now we're finding that those funds have run out, and so where are the issues? So that the issue of when you do put in public art, what is the program to maintain it?
And you don't have to be an artist to be on either committee.
We come from different disciplines, we come from very different backgrounds, and we all care very much about keeping arts alive in our community, and that's the common thread here.
A common thread that is integral to the enhancement and expansion of the beautiful tapestry that is Santa Barbara.
They are an amazing group of passionate people who love the arts and really care about it, and they want to make sure that Santa Barbara has the very best opportunities for art that they can.
We live actually here in Santa Barbara in paradise, so everywhere we look it's very beautiful. But art enlarges that dimension. And so even if you didn't know anything about the public art that's around town that you just take for granted, you are going to be enriched in your life just by looking at that and being involved in that. So the more we can contribute to that, the more we can grow a better community.